Wow, you're all here. That's awesome. I was telling someone right before I got on stage that, for me, a lot of getting new things started is just about doing the next 10 steps, the next steps, 10 steps, leaning in. And so today when I came in this morning and folks are here, I'm like, wow, the conference is here. I never got time to think about that. So thank you so much for coming. So really quickly about myself, I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called Yetizen. And what Yetizen does is that we do a number of different events for game developers to help them with the education and networking side of how to build better businesses. And we're the largest entity of its kind. So we've, in the last 12 months, reached about 14,000 game developers. And we also run a games accelerator. So we have something like 1,500 applicants in a year, and from that we take the top 2%. We call the Harvard Business School of Games. So it's quite an honor. It's a long way we've come from where we started in 2010. Myself and Japhet, who's the guy checking you guys in outside, have sort of started from. So real quickly, I wanted to share my story, right? So I was actually born in the Middle East to two Pakistani parents. And to give you a sense of the status of women, the country I was born in, Kuwait, didn't have the right to vote for women until 2005, which is the year I graduated from college, right? Pakistan, enough said, you've all seen a lot of it in the news. A lot of that is for women who are from poorer socioeconomic classes, but to the extent that it does show up for like my kind of classes, there's a basic respect for women that's just not there that we sort of expect in the West a lot, right? But part of just being here in the U.S., being in Silicon Valley, and having the opportunities we all have here, and I look at myself, I'm like, wow, I did pretty good, There's no legislated sexism. There's a lot of things that are not problems for women here, right? And so I'm very, very thankful to be here. But that being said, I'm sure a lot of you would agree there's still many obstacles out there, right? And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this conference was I felt that while there are obstacles, some of the conversation around that obstacles needs to change a bit, right? For any of you who saw the Indiegogo campaign, you've heard this analogy before, but you're at one point and you're trying to get another one in business and life, and there's lots of big fracking boulders on the way there, right? What do you do with them? You could scale them, you could take a stick of dynamite and try and blow them up, you could squeeze past them. Whatever you do, all of those are strategies. You may not know what the best strategy is, given your resources, your experiences, and just your situation at any given time, but there are strategies out there, right? And even sort of pushing past it and like blowing them up, that can happen if you have the right type of leverage, right? How do you build that? So to me, the heroes are the ones who basically look at those obstacles and say, okay, what strategy should I use? And actually keep trying, keep failing forward. And I think among the great women we have here at this conference, there's a lot of them that have used different types of strategies and learned something in the process. And we don't talk about those stories enough, right? There's not enough women in tech, not enough women in games, and while that's true, those are statistics, some of them may be daunting, let's celebrate what actually has worked, and let's learn from it, right? A woman I really respect, called Regina Thomas-Hauer, says that men grow by being challenged, while women grow by being celebrated. So I would like for all of us here today, as every woman comes up to speak and share her story, let's celebrate them. And by celebrating them, none of us are going to actually be smaller, or it's not going to illuminate our failures, and it shouldn't make you think, wow, I haven't gotten to where they have. In fact, if you are celebrating them, you're recognizing within them the seeds of something that you actually are now going to also bring to fruition in your life. So please join me in celebrating every single woman that comes onto stage. In fact, be as loud as you can, give them a loud standing ovation, everything. Let's make them feel great because they're awesome. They are the superheroes of our times today. So